I'm calling for a spiritual ceasefire. A spiritual ceasefire is when we all stop taking cheap shots at each other based on religion, faith, or creed. It is where we recognize each other's spiritual autonomy and we allow people to believe in what they believe in. We don't try to poke holes in their theology. We don't tell them that what they believe in is stupid. We don't criticize them for not having the right verbiage for the spiritual path that they're on or wish to be on. We simply allow them to be. And together we hold the light. We stop creating division. We stop telling people why their beliefs are wrong, and we meet them where they are. Why can't we do that? And this is especially interesting to see within spiritual faiths that have numerous different denominations, because you'll see people of a certain faith start poking holes at other people of that same faith if their theology and denomination is not exact to what a certain denomination thinks it should be. Why don't we stop that? Why don't we just stop? Why don't we cause a spiritual ceasefire? Why don't we stop praying against each other and stop praying that God, goddesses, or whoever would convince someone to turn their faith over? Why don't we instead assume that whatever created all of us and whatever flows through all of us has a very unique and deep understanding of each individual and trusts us to have our own spiritual autonomy? And if it's not upsetting for this divine spirit or whatever it is that flows through all of us, maybe it shouldn't be upsetting to us as individuals, and maybe we don't need to cut other people down for their faith. I'm just saying, I'm just throwing this out there. And also, if that sounds good to you, if a spiritual ceasefire sounds good to you, if you don't want to take cheap shots from other people, you don't want to give cheap shots to other people based on their faith and religion, hey, we're in the same space right now. But I would love to take this a step further. Why don't we come together in unity to hold the light? Why don't we come together in unity to hold the light? Regardless of faith, regardless of spiritual path, regardless of creed, so long as our intention is not to hurt other people and not to dominate, so long as we really are in this to see the betterment of humanity, to see other people rise in their awesomeness, in their brilliance, in their divine gifts, can we put aside our spiritual beliefs? And when I say spiritual beliefs, I'm not even just talking about religions. I'm also talking about the way that other people who believe in manifesting the law of attraction will argue with each other about these things that are mostly just based on theory, even though they want to throw science in there. It's largely based on theory and on their own personal experience. And hey, your personal experience is unique to you, and I believe that you've had the experiences that you say that you've had. But it doesn't always dismiss, it doesn't automatically dismiss the experiences someone else has if they've gone through a manifestation course and they got amazing results, despite that manifestation method being completely counter to what you were taught. Like, these things don't matter. They don't matter, especially when we're being jerks to each other. So let's make a commitment that we're going to rise above the noise, rise above the pettiness, rise above the need and the desire to covertly control other autonomous spiritual beings, which is what each and every one of us are, and instead hold them in love. Hold them in love. We all understand love, right? Like we can all agree on what love is, right? Love is patient, love is kind, does not envy, does not boast, it is not proud. I am not a Christian, but I love the Bible's depiction of love. I think it's beautiful. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I would even go as far as to say that it's more helpful than the 10 Commandments. Yes, I will not fight you on that because you're allowed to believe whatever you want. You're allowed to believe whatever you want. So this is my invitation for a spiritual ceasefire. And I want to see unity. I would love to unite to create unity, to create cohesiveness with people of other faiths and other cultures. Like, tell me why you believe in what you believe in. Speak about it with passion. I want to hear it. I want to know all about it. And I want to praise you for it, because here's what I know. I know that every spiritual journey has its ups and downs and great challenges. And I know that everyone has felt the burden of persecution. Usually it's emotional, but in certain places of the world, in certain unfortunate cults, yes, I mentioned the C word, cults, there can be a physical persecution, right? So regardless of where you stand spiritually, I want to honor you right now. I think that what you're doing is amazing. I love that you are asking the right questions. I love that you have something to believe in. I love that you're holding your faith, and I know that you've sacrificed for it. And I know that other people don't see that, but I see it. I know. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. If that's what's bringing you purpose, if that's how you connect to the divine, keep doing it. And no one else has to know about it. It can be our little secret, or it can be your little secret, right? Say your prayers, do your meditations, say your chants, pray your rosary, whatever it is. Get on your prayer mat at 3 a.m. or whatever it is. I don't know. But keep doing the things that give you purpose and that get you closer to what you believe is divine. And I believe you have a relationship with the divine, and it is beautiful, and it is fulfilling, and it is 100% unique to you, and you do not have to explain it to anybody. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that so wonderful? I think it's beautiful. So let's come together and hold the light for each other. Let's encourage, not discourage, these different spiritual paths. Let's even think about different ways that we can pray for each other and send good energy to each other and good vibes. Let's ask for a spiritual uplifting. Let's ask that the minds of those that are clouded would have that cloudiness lift. And I'm not talking about covertly praying that someone will change their spiritual desires, their spiritual path. When I talk about people who have a dark and clouded mind, I'm talking about the people who don't have light within them, or maybe have a flicker, but they are so blinded by this cloud that they're harming other people. Those are the people that we need to be looking out for, not each other, right? So let's hold the light for each other. Let's think about how we can add people of multiple faiths and spiritual practices into our prayers, into our meditations, into our spiritual practices for the mere sake of uplifting, of protecting. I want to protect your right to believe in whatever you want to believe in. I will hold that line for you as much as I can. And I hope and I pray even now that your faith in whatever it is becomes stronger. I pray and I hope for you right now that your connection to the divine, whatever that looks like for you, is stronger, and that you're able to fall into the arms of love and peace and gentleness and strength and vivacious protection that your spiritual powers provide for you. I want more of that for you. That's what I want for you. And I'm not going to name it, as you've noticed. I'm not going to name it. That's for you, because it's your personal relationship. It's your spiritual autonomy at play. And I love that for you. I do. I love that for you. So again, spiritual ceasefire. What do you say? Let's stop. Let's agree to a spiritual ceasefire right now. And let's hold each other in the light. And you can put that in the comment if that's something you're going to do with me. We'll just say hold the light. We're going to hold the light for each other. That's all. So let's uplift each other. Let's pray for one another. Let's ask that we all do well on our spiritual paths, that we all find happiness, we all find love, we all exuberate love, we give love, we find ways to help our communities. and that we all stay protected, and that we can hold the light for each other and for others. I think that these are the things that would make the world a beautiful, wonderful, safe place. I love you.